What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and coming to join me. I've got the Geico single motor conversion back out and a few changes. So I think last video I was complaining about my hatch bolt situation, and I was complaining about the steering. I wanted a little more steering out of it. So I've since threw on a Skeg Rudder, a Skeg Strut that I had. It's from RC Boat Bits in Australia. I've got these black M3 thumb screws, and they are actually computer screws off of Amazon. You can get these fairly inexpensive, probably cheaper than the Proboat ones, and they're black and pretty cool. And then I've got a extra wide saw blade from Sly Cat Racing. It's 1.5 inches wide, so real wide blade to give the boat a little more steering. And I also raised the strut about 1 millimeter, which is not really for any speed. I'm not trying to get more speed out of this boat. I think we're pretty topped out on the prop and the electronics. I'm just trying to get a little more steering out of it, a little less slide, maybe, if we can. We got power. And yeah, quick rip. I got 2 sets of packs to run. Hope the boat gang's doing well out there. And let's see, we'll get right into it, guys. Get you guys focused. Oh, it's focused on the boat. And let's see what she do. That strut, the strut's at a little higher up off the bottom, so I'm hoping it'll like that. I notice it's hopping less at low speeds. Oh, little more hop, it looks like, at higher speeds though. Yeah, a little hop, interesting. Front end is definitely getting light. Pretty good steering from the back. Ooh, hello. Wow, okay, this thing's whipping a turn like... Damn, okay. Okay. So it's still the 4082. Holy smokes. She's angry. I think we got to maybe try the batteries a hair forward. But that longer, wider rudder, damn, look at that thing bite in. Holy smokes. Wow, this thing is running killer, you guys. Look at that bite from the rear end. I don't know if you remember, so it's the same bottom as like a Blackjack 42 or a 29, and so it'll have a tendency to drift. And last time out, it was kind of sliding, so I put on a really wide rudder blade, and I put on a Skeg strut to kind of help the back end bite. And she's actually pretty damn fast. Wow. Front end's getting a little light, so I'll probably move the CG up just a hair. That higher strut's making the front end a little looser. Yeah. So it's getting on plane a little easier, but then once it is, the front end's getting a little light. So I think I'm gonna try a little bit more CG, but man, I am loving the way this thing's turning. Okay, let me swap packs and check temps just to make sure everything's happy, and I'll move those batteries up. Be right back. Okay, so there's a few ways you can control the nose of a boat, right? If you've got hop at the front end, and you can run the strut a little deeper. That'll kind of push the nose down. You can move the CG forward with the batteries, or you can add a little bit of negative angle on the strut. And so, because I moved the strut up slightly on the last run out, I am getting the front end a little bit light. And so I'm moving the CG forward, move the batteries forward about 1 inch, and we're gonna see if the boat likes it, because you never really know. The boat might like a little more forward CG, or it might start doing some weird turning stuff, and it might prefer, you know, the strut settings instead. So you got to kind of play with it. And obviously having a blueprinted boat helps, because you can get a lot more accurate adjustments, right? Because it's not going to hop from weird stuff. But I think what I'm finding now is that the boat's doing so well that I'm able to push it a lot faster than I was. I can actually take the endpoints down because it's maybe 80%, because it is doing what I ask it to do now on the steering. Hello, Ant. And so, yeah, so what I'm finding is that I'm kind of hitting the limit for this motor and this ESC, especially when I'm able to push it a little harder, right? Because if you're just doing little straight line passes back and forth and cruising slow, you're not really going to heat stuff up. But once you start really pushing it and you can actually turn at speed, and oh, it likes that CG. Little bit of wiggle though. I noticed last time I tried this Skeg strut, it had a little wiggle too. Front end is definitely getting light. Yeah, I think it likes the deeper strut, and I don't know if that Skeg is kind of throwing it off. But I think, yeah, a little weird how that front end's getting light. I think I might have to go back to the old strut setting. There's no way I could hit full throttle right now in this setup. So, yeah, but I do think we fixed the steering. So we've got the steering working really good. And now it's just going to be a matter of getting the strut a little deeper. And then honestly, I think we're due for a little more. I think we're due for a little more power. And I kind of like how this is the only boat I have that doesn't have a Castle system in it. Castle ESC, I should say. And I kind of like that. I feel like, you know, this boat's like the people's champ. It's like a budget build where a lot of you guys have this hull, or you've got the twin version. And so, you know, but I think we're kind of at the limit for what this setup will do. But the steering, if you guys notice, it's still drifting. It's still very much a drifter, but it's got a lot more bite now. A lot more bite. Yeah, that Skeg strut is making it do some weird stuff. It actually happened last time I ran it, so I might go back to the standard round bottom if I can't fix it. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.